Welcome to Crushing with Abby O. I'm your host and body optimization coach, Abby O'Sullivan. I am passionate about helping you navigate your health and self-love journey, and I'll be sharing all of the secrets on utilizing nutrition, movement, stress management, mindset, and more in order to help you fit self-care into any moment of your day. We are going to bust through the health and fitness industry bullshit. We're going to have a laugh, and we might even cry sometimes, but then we're going to crush our day. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so excited to have you here. Let's go. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Crushing with Abby O. This episode is about taking up space, not playing small. This is for anyone who feels like they've been held back by yourself, like you've been holding yourself back, or feeling held back by what you think you're capable of. Anyone who's been hesitating or hiding, or if you just need the encouragement, if you need to give yourself permission to take up more space. So first, I want to ask you, what do you envision for yourself in the future? What do you envision for yourself? And who do you need to be to get there? When answering these questions, like I do regularly myself, here's a little bit of what has come up and just a little background. I have done plenty of exploring of my own patterns and ideas about myself, my beliefs, my childhood and life experiences, and specifically have done some inner child work. And the journey it's always on, it's always evolving, connecting those pieces to current challenges and how I want to evolve has helped me take another step forward and another step forward. And this very podcast, like this very episode, is another step forward. I grew up in a house where we had to be quiet. My stepdad and mom owned a donut shop and restaurant growing up. My stepdad, if you know anything about like donut shops, their hours are different, right? That you usually have like that stereotypical vision of somebody getting up in the middle of the night to make the donuts fresh for in the morning. That's not really always how it works, but back then my stepdad did keep the hours of basically a third shift, going in the middle of the night to make donuts, and my mom also worked very early. I couldn't honestly tell you what the hours were. I don't really remember. So I know that it shifted and changed as I was growing up too. He did sleep during the day, during the evening. So naturally, it was important for us not to be rambunctious assholes. I had an older brother, 3 years older than me, and a younger sister, 9 years younger than me. And, I, of course, can see that side as a parent, like trying to keep kids quiet. And I wouldn't say that I was a loud kid. I would say that I tried to mind as much as I could, not wanting to get in trouble. Like I didn't want to get yelled at. I didn't want to disappoint people or, be in trouble. Close the doors quietly, like walk quietly, be quiet. Also, who knows? Maybe we were loud as hell and the doors dividing us from where the parent was sleeping were not enough of a barrier. I don't really need to go into it that much, but regardless, the be quiet stuck with me. And I've joked over the years that I'm perfect for the spa environment because I know how to close doors quietly. I know how to be quiet. I know how to like sneak around. But I'm also loud as hell sometimes. I mean, if you know me in person, or if you listen to my podcast, I can be loud. I laugh loud. I am loud. And it's almost like being loud equals fun. I don't have to be quiet, so why should I be? And I'm talkative because I don't have to be quiet, or because I like to talk and be chatty. And I also I love my days of quiet time at home. There will be stretches where I don't talk to another human aside from voice messages with my sister for like 2 or 3 days. So I can be quiet, contrary to what some people might think. But listen, we all need social interaction, right? And I've always kind of been a clown as a kid, like clowning around, like wanting to make people laugh. So that could be part of the loudness. Essentially, I want to be heard. I want to be heard And I do like to be funny, and I do love humor. I love comedy. I love a well-delivered line. I love a well-delivered joke. And I love those moments when something is just so funny that you can't help but just bust out laughing. And I say go with it. And as I think about what I want to do in my life now, as someone who wants to lead others, who wants to host events, I want to bring other women together to connect with your hearts, with your voice and your dreams, with your body, with each other. I want you to connect with each other and make those friendships that last beyond that event. I love that for myself. I would love that for this group of women in my head and my vision, right? For you. So who do I need to become in order for this to happen? Or how about who do I get to be now? You get to make noise. Say what you need to say. Laugh. Don't hold back. No need to apologize. Loud doesn't always mean volume. It's about expression. Because obviously there are times that we want to check our inside voices. You get to take up space with your physical presence and also with your goals, your needs and desires, and your ideas. You get to take up space with your ideas, with your love and your kindness. You get to stop tiptoeing around. I don't mean be a dick, but you get to have boundaries and walk with purpose and pride and confidence. And you get to say no, and you get to say yes. You don't have to people please to be liked. You don't have to people please to be loved or worthy of love or like. You get to express the full version of you. And it could mean that people won't like it. It could make them uncomfortable. And that's okay. We weren't meant to be carbon copies of the human next to us. And maybe they are simply projecting. Know that you don't have to do everything on your own. Maybe you were left to your own devices a lot as a kid. You get to ask for help. You get to be supported, and people do want to help. Stand up taller. Let that energy, let the confidence fill up your entire being. Share your ideas in the meeting. Share your ideas online if that's your thing. Take up space in the gym like you belong there because you do. Start the podcast, write the blog post, get on camera and post the video. Start that passion project, that one that you've been thinking about. Attend a new networking event or conference because you want to, because you want to be around that energy and you want to learn more and you want to further your own knowledge and personal and business development. Take the trip. You don't have to wait for someone else. You don't have to wait for permission for that. Lead the project. Choose to lead the project because you know you're fucking capable of doing it. Enforce your business policies. Stop saying yes to the second date if it's a no. Stop settling and dating. Don't accept the crumbs when you want the whole fucking cake. They say stop playing small. It's one step at a time. And it might feel weird, but you also know it will feel cool as hell on the other side. So let's take a breath here. What do you envision for your life? Who do you need to be to get there? Who do you get to be? What's one step that you can take today? How can you take up just a little more space today? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. And I hope you have a beautiful day. If you like this episode, feel free to share, like, review, come connect with me on Instagram at Coach Abio, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in to Crushing with Abio. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with a friend and leave a 5-star review. As always, you can connect with me on Instagram at Coach Abio or drop me an email at hello@crushingpodcast.com.